There are whispers carried on the solar winds, quiet conversations happening just beyond the reach of our everyday awareness. These whispers speak of time, not as a straight line, but as a great, repeating circle turning through immense ages. They speak of a calendar written not in stone or on paper, but in the slow, magnificent dance of the planets. A date is approaching on this cosmic calendar, a point on the circle that we are nearing once again. This date, this celestial appointment, falls within a year that has begun to resonate with a strange significance, 2025. It is not a single event that is being discussed, but rather a convergence, a pattern of threads coming together. Something in the celestial clockwork is about to chime, and the most ancient parts of our world seem to be listening. To understand the whispers about 2025, we must first look back into the deepest corridors of forgotten history. Civilizations long vanished from the Earth paid closer attention to the sky than we could possibly imagine today. They saw the heavens as a source of information, a map of destiny, and a warning system for great change. They spoke of great cycles, vast periods of rising and falling, of light and darkness that governed all life. These cycles were marked by specific alignments of the stars, rare celestial arrangements that acted as cosmic punctuation marks. Whispers suggest that one of these rare alignments, one of these punctuation marks in the story of time, is approaching. Modern astronomy confirms that the planetary dance of 2025 will indeed be unusual, a subtle but significant anomaly. The outer planets will arrange themselves in a configuration that echoes patterns found in certain ancient prophecies about a great awakening. This is not about astrology in the modern sense, but about a lost science of cosmic resonance and subtle energies. The ancient Maya, masters of time, marked the end of one great age and the beginning of another with celestial signs. Their calendars were fractal, with smaller cycles nested inside larger ones, all pointing toward moments of profound transition. Many interpreters of these complex systems believe that the period around 2025 represents the true beginning of the New Age. The conversation also turns to our own star, the Sun, which is itself following a cycle of growing intensity. Solar cycle 25 is predicted to be far more active than previously expected, peaking around the pivotal year. Ancient cultures revered the sun not just as a source of light, but as a great consciousness, a sender of information. They believed that during these periods of high solar activity, the veil between worlds becomes thinner, more transparent. Could the increased energy from our sun be activating something latent within the Earth and within ourselves? This question is at the heart of the 2025 discussion, connecting the cosmos above with the life down below. The conversation extends beyond the sky, deep into the core of our own planet, to its magnetic field. This invisible shield, which protects us from cosmic radiation, has been weakening and moving at an accelerated rate. Geologists note that these magnetic shifts often coincide with periods of great change, both environmental and societal. Some speculate that the solar maximum of 2025 will interact with our weakened magnetic field in unpredictable ways. This potential interaction forms another layer of the story, another thread in the pattern that is converging. The puzzle pieces are scattered across disciplines. Astronomy, archaeology, geology, and even mythology all hold a piece. In isolation, each piece seems benign, a simple curiosity, a footnote in a scientific paper, or a forgotten myth. But when you begin to lay them side by side, a stunning mosaic begins to take shape, a coherent image. This is why the conversation is happening now, because the pattern is becoming too clear for serious observers to ignore. It suggests we are not drifting randomly through time, but are approaching a preordained checkpoint in a cosmic journey. The event of 2025 may not be a single visible spectacle lighting up the night sky for all to see. It may be far quieter, more profound, a shift in frequency, a change in the fundamental tone of reality. Ancient traditions call this a shift in consciousness, an elevation of awareness for those who are prepared to receive it. They saw it not as an end, but as a graduation, a moment of choice for humanity and the planet. The quiet hum of the universe is changing its key, and the year 2025 is a focal point for this change. We have been trained to look for loud, obvious signs, but the greatest changes often arrive in perfect stillness. The real event might be an internal one, triggered by these external cosmic alignments and solar energies. A moment when a door opens, a path becomes clear that was previously hidden from our view. This is the core of the speculation, the reason for the hushed but urgent tone of the global conversation. It is a story of potential, a narrative about a crossroads in time that is now directly before us. The evidence is not proof, but a collection of profound coincidences that demand our quiet, meditative attention. To dismiss the pattern is to ignore the wisdom of the ancients and the subtle language of the cosmos itself. The sky is not a random collection of lights. It is a living manuscript, and a new chapter is about to begin. As we move closer to this date, the invitation is not to fear, but to listen deeply, to watch closely. The universe is about to speak in a language of planetary alignment, solar flares, and magnetic shifts, and we are here to witness it. Let us delve deeper into the primary celestial component, the Great Conjunction Cycle. While conjunctions of Jupiter and Saturn occur roughly every 20 years, they trace a larger pattern against the zodiac over centuries. The alignments around 2025 mark a definitive shift into the air element signs, a grand mutation that last occurred over 200 years ago, coinciding with industrial and social revolutions. Ancient astrologers considered these grand mutations to be the primary drivers of historical epochs, suggesting we are not just entering a new year, but a new historical age entirely, governed by new principles. Concurrent with this planetary shift is the solar cycle phenomenon known as a termination event. Scientists are observing that the termination of solar cycle 24 and the rise of cycle 25 is behaving unusually, potentially leading to a super grand solar maximum. This isn't just about more sunspots. It's about the potential for extreme space weather events that could interact with our planetary magnetosphere. In esoteric traditions, this solar activity is seen as a cosmic flushing of old, stagnant energies, a powerful broadcast of evolutionary information encoded in light and plasma, designed to accelerate change. We must also consider the geological narrative of the Earth itself, specifically the Schumann resonances. These are the planet's natural electromagnetic frequencies, its heartbeat. For decades, this frequency hovered steadily at 7.83 Hz, but in recent years, it has been observed to spike erratically, reaching much higher levels. Some researchers theorize a correlation between this planetary frequency shift and the increasing solar activity, suggesting the Earth is responding to the Sun's energetic output. The 2025 solar peak could be the crescendo of this process, tuning the planet to a new fundamental frequency. Now let us weave in a thread from archaeology, specifically the Dendera zodiac from ancient Egypt. This detailed star map, far more complex than previously understood, seems to depict the sky over vast ages, marking periods of celestial stability and catastrophe. Certain researchers claim to have decoded a warning within the zodiac's intricate symbolism, a marker pointing to our current era, an epoch characterized by a specific planetary arrangement that mirrors what is developing for 2025. It speaks of a time of the turning when the gods of one age give way to the gods of the next. The Vedic scriptures of ancient India describe a vast cycle of time called the Yugas, which includes a descending and ascending arc of human consciousness. According to some interpretations, we have recently passed the lowest point, the Kali Yuga, and are now in a transitional period, or Sandhya, leading into a higher age of awareness. The timeline for this transition is not precise, but many proponents of this theory point to the period surrounding 2025 as the critical nexus point, accelerated by celestial energies that help humanity wake up from the spiritual slumber of the previous age. Let us turn to the scientific fringe, to the electric universe model. This theory posits that gravity is not the primary force shaping the cosmos, but electromagnetism. In this view, planets, stars, and galaxies are connected by vast electrical circuits. A sudden surge in our sun's output, as predicted for 2025, would not be an isolated event, but a change in our entire cosmic circuit. This could have profound effects, altering planetary weather, geological activity, and even the electrical functioning of the human brain, which is itself a sensitive electromagnetic organ. We must also consider the noosphere, a concept developed by thinkers like Teilhard de Chardin and Vladimir Vernadsky. It describes the sphere of human thought, the collective consciousness of our planet. They hypothesized that this noosphere is a real, tangible layer of the Earth, like the atmosphere or biosphere. In the context of 2025, the increased flow of information from the Sun could be seen as a direct data stream into this collective mind, upgrading our shared reality and potentially unlocking new collective abilities and understandings that were previously impossible. Another fascinating convergence lies in the study of Earth's polar motion, the slight wobble of our planet on its axis. Data shows this wobble has been behaving erratically, changing direction and accelerating in recent decades. While conventional science points to melting ice sheets, some speculative geophysicists connect this to the weakening magnetic field and core dynamics. They suggest that the combined gravitational pull of the 2025 planetary alignment, however slight, could act as the final nudge on an already unstable system, triggering a more significant, albeit not catastrophic, adjustment in the planet's orientation. The Hopi prophecies, a deeply respected oral tradition from the American Southwest, speak of a great purification. This is a time when the world will be shaken, and humanity will be forced to choose between two paths: a path of technology and greed, or a path of spiritual harmony with nature. The prophecies state this period will be preceded by a series of signs, many of which observers have already correlated with modern events. The final sign is the appearance of a blue star Kachina, a celestial event that would signal the purification is at hand. Let's examine the concept of cyclical cataclysms, a theory suggesting that the Earth undergoes periodic civilization resetting events. Researchers in this field point to widespread geological and archaeological evidence of past global floods, fires, and sudden climate shifts. They often link these events to cosmic cycles, such as our solar system passing through the galactic plane. The 2025 event in this context is seen not as the cataclysm itself, but as a crucial marker that we are entering a window of vulnerability, a time when such cosmic events are statistically more likely. It is also worth considering the galactic superwave theory. This idea, proposed by astrophysicist Paul Laviolette, suggests that the core of our Milky Way galaxy periodically erupts in massive bursts of energy. These superwaves travel outward at nearly the speed of light. He argues that evidence for past superwaves can be found in geologic strata and ice cores. While there's no direct prediction for 2025, the theory adds a profound layer of possibility that we are part of a galactic ecosystem far more violent and dynamic than we currently appreciate. Consider the nature of information itself. Quantum physics reveals a universe that is fundamentally interconnected, where information is non-local and instantaneous. The increased solar radiation of 2025, interacting with our weakening magnetic shield, could be seen as a process that lowers the signal-to-noise ratio. This might allow more of this subtle, universal information to reach us, manifesting as sudden bursts of intuition, creativity, and spontaneous insight on a mass scale, effectively upgrading the software of human consciousness without any overt external event. Ancient mythologies worldwide, from Sumeria to the Norse, feature stories of sky gods who descend to Earth during specific celestial alignments to guide or judge humanity. While these are often dismissed as simple myths, the speculative historian asks if they could be a distorted memory of a real, recurring phenomenon. Could these gods be a metaphor for the potent, consciousness-altering cosmic energies that are most prevalent during periods like the one we are entering, a time when the sky literally descends in the form of powerful energetic particles? The discussion also includes the phenomenon of infrasound, low-frequency sounds that are inaudible to the human ear but can have physiological and psychological effects. The Sun, the Earth's core, and turbulent atmospheric conditions all produce powerful infrasound. Some researchers speculate that the energetic conditions of 2025 could create a unique global infrasound resonance, a planetary hum that, while not heard, could be felt, potentially influencing our moods, our dreams, and our deepest states of meditation in ways we are only beginning to understand. Returning to astronomy, there is the matter of Object P/2010A2, an asteroid that baffled scientists with its strange, comet-like tail. This is part of a growing realization that the space between planets is not empty, but is filled with a complex web of dust, plasma, and strange objects. The 2025 alignment might not be significant on its own, but for its effect on this interplanetary medium, potentially creating gravitational nodes or tunnels that briefly alter the flow of cosmic energies and materials through our part of the solar system. Let us contemplate the phenomenon of synchronicity, a term coined by psychologist Carl Jung to describe meaningful coincidences. The sheer number of disparate fields, astronomical, geological, mythological, and spiritual, all pointing to the 2025 period is, in itself, a synchronicity of historic proportions. It's as if the universe is using different languages to tell us the same story, to draw our attention to a focal point in time. The event, then, might be the peak of this synchronicity, a moment when the fabric of reality becomes intensely meaningful. We should also examine the Great Pyramid of Giza, which many researchers believe is more than just a tomb. It's a marvel of engineering, aligned with incredible precision to celestial bodies. Some theories propose it is a form of resonance machine designed to harness the Earth's energy. Proponents of these ideas suggest that specific celestial alignments, like the one approaching, could activate such ancient sites, causing them to function in their intended but long-forgotten capacity as amplifiers or transmitters of cosmic and terrestrial energy. Another piece of the puzzle comes from the world of biology, in the study of cryptochromes. These are light-sensitive proteins found in plants and animals, including humans, that are affected by magnetic fields and are involved in regulating circadian rhythms. A significant fluctuation in the geomagnetic field, spurred by the 2025 solar maximum, could directly influence these biological compasses on a global scale. This could disrupt or even reboot the internal clocks of all living things, representing a profound planetary-wide biological reset. The narrative of 2025 ultimately asks us to reconsider our relationship with time. Our modern culture sees time as a commodity to be spent, a resource that runs out. But ancient wisdom viewed time as a quality, a living presence that ebbs and flows with celestial cycles. The approaching sky event is an invitation to step out of the linear mechanical clock and into this deeper, cyclical, and more meaningful cosmic time, to align our own personal rhythms with the grand rhythm of the heavens. The ultimate convergence may not be external, but internal, within the human brain itself. The pineal gland, a small endocrine gland in the brain, is sensitive to light and magnetic fields. In many spiritual traditions, it is considered the third eye, the seat of intuition and spiritual insight. The unique combination of solar radiation, geomagnetic fluctuation, and planetary frequencies predicted for 2025 could create a perfect storm of stimuli for this mysterious organ, potentially unlocking latent human perceptive abilities on a scale never before seen. This conversation is also about a change in the story we tell ourselves. For centuries, our scientific story has been one of a random, meaningless universe. The pattern converging around 2025 suggests a different story, a universe that is intelligent, cyclical, and purposeful, where Earth and humanity play a crucial role in a much larger cosmic drama. The event is a prompt, an invitation from the cosmos to consciously choose to participate in this grander, more meaningful narrative. We can view the approaching celestial configuration through the lens of cymatics, the study of how frequency creates form. Just as sound waves can organize sand into beautiful geometric patterns, so too could the unique planetary frequencies of 2025 impose a new pattern on the subtle energy fields of Earth. This new harmonic resonance could be the foundation for a new level of order and coherence to emerge from the apparent chaos of our current world, a subtle, organizing principle broadcast from the heavens. The prophecies of the Rainbow Warriors, found in many indigenous cultures, speak of a time when people of all colors and creeds will unite to heal the Earth. This awakening is said to be triggered by a shift in the world's energy and the fulfillment of ancient celestial signs. The 2025 convergence is seen by many as the potential trigger for this prophecy, a moment when the conditions become perfect for a global movement of peace and planetary restoration to finally take root in the collective human heart. Let us not forget the water. Our planet is covered in it, and our bodies are made of it. Dr. Masaru Emoto's controversial work suggested that water's molecular structure can be affected by consciousness and subtle energies. If this is true, imagine the effect of a planetary-scale shift in electromagnetic and cosmic energies on the Earth's oceans and on the water within every living cell. The 2025 event could literally restructure the medium of life itself, subtly changing the way information is stored and transmitted at a fundamental biological level. The concept of the Akashic Record, a theoretical compendium of all universal events, thoughts, and emotions, can be reframed in this context. Instead of a mystical library, it could be seen as a universal information field encoded in the fabric of space-time. The unique energetic conditions of 2025 might create a reading window, a period of enhanced clarity where this information becomes more accessible, leading to breakthroughs in science, art, and personal understanding that seem to come from nowhere, downloaded directly from the cosmos. This entire convergence hinges on a principle of resonance. Just as a tuning fork will vibrate when another of the same frequency is struck nearby, humanity and the Earth may be tuned to resonate with the celestial music of our solar system. The 2025 alignment represents a powerful, complex chord being struck, and the degree to which we experience its effects depends on our own receptivity, our own willingness to vibrate in harmony with the immense cosmic song that is about to be played. It is crucial to understand that this is not about a passive waiting for a sky show. All the ancient traditions that foresaw this time spoke of the necessity of human participation. The energies, they claimed, merely provide the opportunity, the fertile ground. It is conscious human choice and action that will plant the seeds and determine what grows in this new energetic climate. The conversation about 2025 is therefore a call to inner preparation, to mindfulness, and to conscious creation. Consider the nature of reality as a simulation or a dream, a concept present in both modern physics and ancient Eastern philosophy. In this framework, the 2025 event could be likened to a system update or a plot point written into the code of our reality. It's a moment when the underlying parameters of the simulation shift, allowing for new possibilities and experiences to emerge. The celestial alignments are simply the visible clock on the wall, telling us when the update is scheduled to occur. Ultimately, the question, "Why is everyone talking about this?" is answered by a feeling of profound recognition. It is the sense that deep within our collective memory, within our very DNA, we have known this time was coming. The whispers from ancient texts and the data from modern telescopes are not telling us something new, but are simply reminding us of something we have always known. We are remembering a cosmic appointment that our distant ancestors told us we must not miss. The various threads of this tapestry, the planetary dance, the solar fire, the terrestrial heartbeat, and the ancient prophecies, do not offer a single, certain future. Instead, they converge to define a moment of immense potential. It is a bottleneck in the river of time, a point of maximum leverage, where the actions and intentions of the present moment will have a disproportionately large effect on the future that is to come. This is the true significance of the 2025 Sky event. Let us explore the idea of cosmic rays, high-energy particles that originate from distant supernovae and other violent celestial events. Our weakening magnetic shield is becoming more permeable to these particles. The solar maximum of 2025 could further alter the interplanetary magnetic field, creating channels that focus these galactic rays toward Earth. Some have speculated that these potent cosmic messengers can trigger mutations and evolutionary leaps, acting as a catalyst from the wider galaxy for the next stage of life's development on our planet. The story of Tiamat and Marduk from Babylonian myth describes a cosmic battle where a new planetary order is created from the destruction of an older one. Mythologists see this as an allegory for celestial mechanics, specifically the formation of the asteroid belt. The 2025 alignments, particularly the powerful positions of Jupiter, Marduk, are seen by some as a harmonic echo of this mythical creation event, a gentle celestial reminder of the constant dance between chaos and order that shapes our solar system and, by extension, our lives. The phenomenon of terrestrial flashes, mysterious bursts of gamma rays originating from Earth's own atmosphere, is still poorly understood. They are known to be linked to thunderstorm activity. A more energized atmosphere, supercharged by the 2025 solar maximum and cosmic ray influx, could dramatically increase the frequency and intensity of these events. This could be a visible sign of the planet actively processing and releasing the immense new energies it is receiving from the cosmos, a form of planetary exhalation. The philosophical concept of the Great Year, a 26,000-year cycle caused by the precession of the equinoxes, is central to many ancient cosmologies. We are currently transitioning from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. The 2025 planetary configuration is seen as the final, powerful celestial push that solidifies this transition. It's not the beginning of the new age, but the moment the door firmly closes on the old one, locking in the energetic template for the next 2 millennia. We must also consider the strange behavior of comets. Recent comets like Oumuamua and Borisov have displayed unusual characteristics, being interstellar visitors to our system. Some speculate that the changing energetic environment of our solar system, driven by the Sun, is making it a more attractive or noticeable destination for such travelers. The period around 2025 could see an increase in the appearance of these cosmic messengers, carrying with them materials and information from distant star systems, as if on a divinely scheduled appointment. In quantum mechanics, the observer effect states that the act of observing a phenomenon changes it. As millions of people around the world turn their conscious attention to the 2025 sky event, a powerful collective observer effect is being generated. This focused attention, this shared intention, could itself be the mechanism that amplifies the event's significance. We may not just be witnessing a shift. Our collective witnessing may be the very thing that helps to create it, turning a subtle potential into a tangible reality. The Earth's deep water cycle, a process where water is transported deep into the mantle, is a powerful geological force. Changes in solar and cosmic radiation can affect the atmosphere and, in turn, precipitation patterns, altering this cycle. The energetic peak of 2025 could subtly influence this global process, leading to changes in volcanic activity and seismicity. It's another example of how the gentle whispers from the heavens can translate into powerful movements deep within the body of our planet, connecting the sky to the core. Think of the 2025 event as a cosmic tuning fork. When struck, it will not make a sound that everyone hears in the same way. For some, it may be jarring, a discordant note that amplifies chaos and confusion. For others who have done the work of tuning their own inner instrument, it will be a note of profound harmony and coherence, a tone that aligns them more deeply with their true purpose. The event itself is neutral. It is our own state of being that determines the music we will hear. The ancient Chinese text of the I Ching, or Book of Changes, is based on a binary system that mirrors the code of our digital world. It is a system designed to interpret the patterns of flux and flow in the universe. Scholars of the I Ching who have cast hexagrams for the coming years note a profound convergence around 2025, indicating a time of breakthrough or revolution. A moment when a fundamental shift in the cosmic and human order is not only possible but inevitable according to its ancient, cyclical wisdom. The quiet conversation about the 2025 sky event is, in essence, an exercise in pattern recognition. It is the art of seeing the connection between a solar flare and a prophetic text, between a planetary alignment and a shift in human consciousness. It is a rejection of a purely mechanical worldview and an embrace of a living, interconnected, and meaningful cosmos. The event is simply the canvas upon which this beautiful and intricate pattern is becoming most visible, a masterpiece of cosmic intention. Let us look at the Sun's heliosphere, the vast magnetic bubble that surrounds our entire solar system, protecting us from interstellar radiation. As our Sun enters its powerful maximum in 2025, this bubble strengthens and changes shape. This is not just a defensive act. It is an act that changes our relationship with the galaxy. For a time, our solar system becomes a more self-contained, energetically potent environment, a kind of cosmic crucible, where the conditions are perfect for a profound alchemical transformation of everything within it. The prophecies of Fatima, a series of apparitions and predictions given in Portugal in 1917, speak of an era of great turmoil followed by an era of peace. While interpretations vary wildly, some researchers connect the timeline of these prophecies to our current time, seeing the celestial signs of 2025 as the potential fulfillment of a predicted great sign that would herald the end of the turmoil and the beginning of this promised new age. It's another thread from another tradition woven into the same magnificent pattern. The idea of a world soul, or anima mundi, common in Platonic philosophy, suggests that the Earth itself is a living, conscious being. If we accept this premise, then the 2025 event could be seen as a moment of awakening for the planet itself. The influx of cosmic energy is not just happening to the planet, but for it. It is a catalyst for the Earth's own evolution, and humanity, as the nervous system of the planet, is invited to participate consciously in this planetary awakening. Scientists are discovering that our solar system is not moving through empty space, but through a series of interstellar clouds. We are currently passing through what is known as the local interstellar cloud. The solar maximum of 2025 will mediate the interaction between our sun's energy and the energy of this cloud in a unique way. It's a meeting of two different cosmic environments, with our planet right at the point of interface, subject to a complex blend of energies that we have never before had the instruments to study. The symbolism of the phoenix, the mythical bird that is reborn from its own ashes, is a powerful metaphor for the 2025 event. Many of the connected theories point to a purification, a burning away of old structures, beliefs, and systems that no longer serve the process of life. The solar fire and celestial alignments are seen as the cosmic flame of this process. It is not an end, but a necessary clearing of the ground so that a new, more vibrant and authentic world can rise from the ashes of the old. Another key element is the Earth's own magnetic field reversal cycle, a process where the north and south poles flip. While a full reversal takes thousands of years, the process begins with the field weakening and the poles wandering, which is exactly what we are seeing now. The 2025 solar maximum is seen as a potential stress test for our already weakened and unstable magnetic field, possibly accelerating the process or causing unpredictable anomalies that could affect both our technology and our consciousness. The conversation is also about sound, or rather, the music of the spheres. This ancient Pythagorean concept states that each planet, in its orbit, produces a unique note, creating a complex celestial harmony. The alignment of 2025 creates a rare and powerful chord in this cosmic symphony. While we cannot hear it with our ears, this harmonic resonance may be felt at a deeper cellular level, retuning our very being to a new universal frequency, a new song of creation. The true event may be the dissolution of boundaries. The boundary between science and spirituality, between the observer and the observed, between the individual and the collective. The energies of 2025 are theorized to act as a universal solvent, making the rigid structures of our world and our minds more fluid and permeable. This allows for a new synthesis to emerge, a more holistic understanding of ourselves and our place in the cosmos, where all the scattered pieces finally click into one coherent whole. Therefore, the focus on a single day or a single visible event is a misunderstanding of the process. It is not an event, but a gateway. It is a period of time centered around 2025, where the energetic potential for profound change reaches its absolute peak. It is a wave of possibility that is building, and like any wave, it is up to each individual to learn how to surf it, to harness its incredible power for conscious evolution and positive transformation, rather than being overwhelmed by its force. And so, the whispers continue. They are a call to look up at the sky, not with fear, but with a sense of profound wonder and calm anticipation. The universe is not a cold, dead place, but a living intelligence, communicating through the language of light and gravity, cycles and synchronicity. The 2025 Sky event is simply the next sentence in this beautiful, ongoing cosmic conversation. The only question is, are we truly ready to listen?